It's time to just stand up for yourself and stop doing what everybody tells you to do. It's time. You're an adult. You have a life of your own. You're working, or you're creating, or you're parenting, or you're on the verge of doing any one of those things, and you can make decisions for yourself. I am 55 years old, and I have spent the vast majority of my life making sure that everybody around me was happy. Everybody, from my friends to my sister to my parents to my partners to my children. And it took me a long time to realize that that wasn't the way I should have been living my life. But the past is in the past, and we can only go forward from here, right? I've been giving this a lot of thought. And I realized that the reason why I was spending so much time people pleasing was in part because I didn't know myself. I hadn't taken time to figure out who I was and what I wanted. So there was a sense of, I guess, embarrassment with that, because whenever I was in a situation where I needed to make a decision in a group of people, it felt to me like everybody else already had a handle on life and already knew the direction that they wanted to go in, and my not knowing was holding them back. So in order for me to not slow down the process of whatever it was that was happening, I just needed to go along with their flow. And one of the places where I remember this distinctly was in my first marriage, in the marriage, but in planning the wedding of that marriage, which eventually fell apart. In planning that wedding, I didn't know too much about how to plan a wedding. I was very young. I knew what I wanted my wedding to look like and be like and feel like and sound like. But I was not a good planner, and my older sister was a good planner. And because at the time I still thought I had a good relationship with her, and I really looked up to her and trusted her decisions, I allowed her to kind of take the lead in planning my special day. And during that time, when there were things that I wanted for me, if there was a certain way I wanted something done, or if I had a creative idea for my wedding day that I, felt like would express myself, she mostly didn't agree with my wants and needs and sense of creativity, and would tell me, no, that's not going to work out. That's going to cost too much, or that's not how it's done. And because I wasn't able to stand up for myself back then, when I was 25 or 26 years old, I allowed it. I allowed her to take the lead, and I just wanted her to like me and to love me and to not see me as annoying and bratty and selfish, even though it was my wedding. And the end result was I had a lovely wedding, but it was the wedding that my sister would have planned and not the wedding that I would have planned for myself. And that's happened a lot through my life, where I've spent a lot of my energy making sure that other people were happy and that I was accepted. And I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I don't need to people please. I am here at the midpoint of my life, literally halfway through it, 55, raised children. I've had a career, coming to the end of my career. I own a home. I've taken very good care of myself, my health, and my physical health, and my mental health, and my emotional health over the course of my life. And I don't need to please other people. This time of my life is for me. And I'm going to put an end to the people pleasing. If you don't like it, you don't have to stick around. It's my ride. It's my life. And I'm not doing you any harm by living it the way that I want to live it. There's a lot of silence here right now because that's hard to say, actually. And it's hard to untrain a mind that has been focused on making sure other people were happy so that I was accepted. But that's what comes with having a neurodivergent mind, and that's what comes with being an empath and being sensitive and seeing the world in from a deeper level and not just on the surface. I'm going to rub a lot of people the wrong way by doing that. But I also know that I'm going to be completely disappointed in myself and regretful if I come to the end of my life and I hadn't lived it the way I wanted to, if I hadn't lived it for me. And that's why we're here. I'm here for me. I'm here to create the most amazing, beautiful experience with my time here. And if that includes other people, great. And if that just includes myself, then that's great too. But I get to define that experience. It's not up to me to make others happy along the way. If I'm happy, then the people who want to be with me will benefit from my happiness. But if there's always this underlying feeling of resentment because I never got things to be the way that I wanted, if there's always this underlying sense of dread because I'm having to fake my way through the day or through a situation, that's not happy. That's not fulfillment. That's not the way that I want it to look. So I am ready now at 55 to change things a little bit in my life. I've accepted the fact that I'm neurodivergent. I've accepted the fact that I am older. I've accepted the fact that I am aging and my body is changing and my mind is changing and the way that I view the world is changing. I'm accepting all of that. And I'm just going to go forth from that perspective. I don't mind being the odd girl out, and I don't mind living in more quiet solitude spaces. And I want to be a woman who keeps striving forward, who keeps trying to reach my highest, heights. And I can't do that if I'm dragging along the people who just want me there because I raise their ego up a bit. That's not how it's going to work anymore. And I hope that you understand for yourself that you don't need to live for others. You need to be a good person, and you need to do good work in the world. And if that includes helping people, that's beautiful. And if that includes giving of yourself, that's beautiful. But only do it to the extent that it serves you, and that serving other people serves yourself. Don't do it with the sole purpose of making others happy, because that's not a way to live, and you're going to burn out, and you're going to feel used up, and you're going to feel a deep sense of emptiness. And that's not what you want. No. You want to feel whole. You want to feel full of life. You want to feel excited for each day. You want to feel like you are your own best friend. So find some time to think about, like I have, what it would look like to live for yourself, what it would look like to make you happy first, and go forth and be happy. Love your life. Love the people who you surround yourself with, and let them know that you're here for you first, and the rest of them could all make sure that they're living for themselves first. You can be the model for teaching them what a well-lived life looks like. But don't succumb to others' expectations of you. Don't give your life away to people who don't truly respect the depths of who you are. And don't fight too hard to keep people in your life who aren't meant to be there. If they're not bringing you the joy that you desire, it's okay to let them go. You're not living for them. You're living for you. Yeah. That's all I got tonight. Those are my thoughts. Those are the things that I'm doing to live my most beautiful life. As the name of this channel goes, Beautiful Life Sage. I hope you got something from this little chat, and we'll talk again soon. See ya.